how hard is that to do today in the traditional financial system? It's
It's
incredibly
impossible.
difficult, right?
I would say it's
So,
impossible.
so
Paul,
that's why,
I would say you are. It's difficult, but I would say if you are a Zoomer or millennial, it's flat out. I would say almost
exactly,
impossible. If I did not have Bitcoin, like
right.
I don't know what I would
Yeah,
do. Even if you are extremely successful, right? Even if you're extremely successful, I would say you still could not afford, and Paul, you know this, we live in Florida, right? You could still not afford a reasonable home, even if you're performing extremely well at my age in terms of income. It's like the system is set up where it's like you're not meant to own anything. You can rent
right.
a place and you can have it a very nice place for if you have a decent income, but forget about trying to get a decent home. Like
That's
especially
right.
if you live in one of like the like I live in Miami, right? Like if I didn't have Bitcoin, like oh my God, I don't know what I would be doing,
Right.
right? So yeah, I 100% agree with you. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, that's okay. No, I have millennial friends that are in the same boat. What do I do? How am I ever going to afford a house? How do I buy a house? And you need to just buy the Bitcoin. Just don't worry about buying the house. Buy the Bitcoin because Bitcoin's growing at 50% annually. Your home, the best home you could buy, is going to average 6% annually. So take that down payment on your home, buy Bitcoin, and at some point you'll be able to afford a home you never thought you could afford.
Amen.
And that doesn't even come into the bigger discussion of demonetizing real estate. That we could see real estate become cheaper down the road, right? Because that we're just trying to keep things simple in these early orange pill discussions. But man, when you start to realize the growth rate of Bitcoin, let's just say Bitcoin starts with keeping up with inflation, then you have monetary devaluation, then you have adoption globally by people, states, sovereigns, militaries, on and on and on. The growth rate in Bitcoin isn't going to slow down for many decades. So we're still so early in just store of value adoption, which is why at Byte Federal we're focused on the ATMs, in wallet purchases, web purchases, and then after that, lending and POS and medium of exchange. But the priority is people still need to get Bitcoin on their personal balance sheet. That should be everybody's main priority. And if you haven't woken up to that yet, it's not too late. I hear so many people. Well, you guys said it earlier, right? I've gotten 3 phone calls in the last month of like, do you think I should get Bitcoin? Right? These are people that have known that I've been in Bitcoin for some time and that I talk to about it on a regular basis, and like they're being triggered. Either they're being triggered by Trump, or they're being triggered by the price, or they're being triggered by it being more prevalent in the news. But I'm hopeful because this is very early to be getting those calls in a bull cycle. Usually I get those calls near the top, and we're just breaking into all-time highs. And we know from the cycles, and we know from the amount of news flow that's happening around the globe, that we could have quite a ways to go before we hit a top. But so, you try and lead those people into a long-term acquisition mindset, not, oh, I'm going to buy it, sell it, and then get my house. I'm going to buy it, sell it, then get whatever they're trying to get. You really have to take care of those people, right? We want them to become Bitcoiners. We want this to benefit their entire life, their family, their future generations, not just to get XYZ item. So it starts with hodling. Then at some point, we're going to move into medium of exchange and all the financial services that are built around that. But there's still so much to do in just getting Bitcoin in people's hands.
So you've heard Bitcoin is the new gold rush by now. As world leaders on all sides have endorsed it as the future of money, and now you're looking to get started, we'll show you how. It's actually easier than you think. First, go to your nearest Byte Federal ATM and turn your cash to coin. Byte Federal has over 1,200 locations around the country with the highest daily limits. Go to our website, bytefederal.com, to find the nearest ATM to you. Log in to any wallet, then create an account, deposit your US cash, and instantly convert it to Bitcoin. That's it. We are the only US manufacturer and operator in the Bitcoin ATM industry, and our US-based live customer service is second to none. Go on, give it a whirl, and don't get left behind. Click the link below.